Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories. Amid fears of Israeli strikes, Syria's Air Force commander issues an order prohibiting Iran and its proxies from using hangars of Syrian military air bases. Iran's deputy foreign minister says he has a sense of seriousness from the five world powers negotiating the preservation of the 2015 nuclear accord, asserting the agreement's survival solely dependent on the will to preserve the interests of the Islamic Republic. The leader of the Lebanese Iranian-backed Hezbollah claims that newly imposed U.S. sanctions would not impact his organization, but could harm its backers in Beirut, calling it part of the battle. An alleged Israeli airstrike, which was reported last week against an Iranian installation within Syria's Dab'a military airport that is located near the western city of Homs, was last straw for the Syrian military, as it reportedly led the commander of the Syrian Air Force, General Issam Halak, to issue an order prohibiting Iran and its proxies from using hangars of Syrian military air bases. According to reports quoting Syrian military sources, Iranian militias have been storing ammunition within Syria's military air bases, believing the air defense systems deployed to protect Syria's Air Force installations would successfully thwart Israel's declared resolve in stopping Iran's attempted entrenchment in the war-torn country, as well as the transfer of advanced weapons from Syria to Lebanon. Israel's military superiority, however, has deemed Syria's air defenses vulnerable. During the weekly cabinet meeting in Jerusalem, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu emphasized Israel's continued resolve against Tehran's aspirations, underscoring the fact that the weapons stored in Syria and transferred to Lebanon are aimed to confront the Jewish state, which provides Jerusalem the right to self-defense.
המשטר בטהרן הוא הגורם המרכזי שמערער את היציבות במזרח התיכון. והמערכה נגד התוקפנות שלו לא הסתיימה, ואנחנו עדיין בתוכה. אנחנו פועלים כדי למנוע מאיראן השגת נשק גרעיני. במקביל אנחנו פועלים נגד התבססות צבאית איראנית בסוריה נגדנו. וכן אנחנו גם פועלים נגד העברת נשק קטלני מסוריה ללבנון או יצורו בלבנון. כל הנשק הזה מיועד נגד מדינת ישראל, וזכותנו בתוקף ההגדרה העצמית למנוע את יצורו או העברתו.
Netanyahu's comments came following a phone conversation he held with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, during which the Israeli leader reiterated Jerusalem's appreciation of Washington's determined position regarding the nuclear agreement with Iran and against Iran's aggression across the Middle East. After the United States pulled out of the nuclear agreement with Iran, however, the five remaining powers that took part in formulating the deal, including Russia, China, France, Britain, and Germany, met in Vienna over the weekend in a coordinated effort to preserve the multinational accord.
Our Iranian colleagues are sincere, and we were given the impression that they, for their part, are to continue to safeguard and implement the agreement, though they indicate that it perhaps would take them about 2 to 3 weeks to finally decide whether they are to stay in the joint in the nuclear deal.
Iran's deputy foreign minister noted following the meeting a sense of seriousness from the five world powers, asserting the agreement's survival solely dependent on the will to preserve the interests of the Islamic Republic.
We got the sense that Europeans and Russia and China, as remaining participants to the JCPOA, are serious. And they recognize that JCPOA's survival depends on the interests of Iran to be respected.
During the meeting, the International Atomic Energy Agency presented the representatives of the five major powers with a confidential report that claims Tehran's ongoing compliance with the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the technical term for the 2015 nuclear agreement with Iran, a report that apparently boosted their declared resolve in preserving the nuclear agreement.
Director General of the IAEA came to the meeting and confirmed once again that Iran fully complies with its obligations under the deal.
Without Washington's support and amid crippling international sanctions, European officials told TV7 that the agreement's survival is more than questionable. That is why French President Emmanuel Macron tried to convince his American counterpart, President Donald Trump, to preserve the multinational deal, efforts the French leader admitted were unsuccessful.
Ce que nous avons signé, ce que nous avons validé, qui s'inscrit dans un cadre multilatéral. Et je crois que ce travail a néanmoins permis une ouverture que le président Trump a reconnue, qui est qu'on puisse aller vers un nouvel accord. Le président Trump a dénoncé l'accord nucléaire de 2015 parce qu'il était négocié par son prédécesseur.
President Macron, during an international economic forum in the Russian city of St. Petersburg, stressed the need to continue discussions with Iran on its destabilizing behavior across the Middle East, actions that the French leader stressed instigated legitimate concerns from both Israel and Saudi Arabia. Macron further noted that the only way to move forward on a viable solution is through dialogue that will ultimately alter Iran's behavior, a basis for a potential return of the United States.
On a évité qu'on tombe dans le chaos et je crois que notre but maintenant doit être d'abord d'engager ces discussions avec l'Iran et de convaincre progressivement les États-Unis de revenir dans une discussion parce que le cadre en sera élargi, parce que nous aurons préservé l'accord de 2015, mais parce que nous aurons aussi répondu aux inquiétudes légitimes d'Israël, de l'Arabie saoudite, pour leur sécurité, ce que nous voulons prendre en compte, et que nous aurons répondu de manière plus large aux nécessités pour stabiliser justement toute la région. Et donc je crois que le dialogue que j'ai pu avoir durant cette période avec le président Trump était indispensable d'une part, mais aussi utile parce qu'il a permis d'ouvrir cette perspective et de continuer à avancer.
Now to Lebanon, where the leader of the Iranian-backed Hezbollah stressed that U.S. sanctions would not impact his organization, but could harm its backers in Beirut, calling it a part of the battle. Hassan Nasrallah, in a televised address, laid full responsibility on the Lebanese government to take care for the people of Lebanon, which are affected by the American sanctions, warning the Western-backed government not to turn its back on them.
عندما يأتون ويضعون شركات لبنانية أو غير لبنانية، لكن بالعام لبنانية، أو مصانع أو كيانات أو جمعيات، يعني جهات في الحقيقة لها نشاطها التجاري والاستثماري في لبنان وفي خارج لبنان، وتحتاج إلى ذهاب وإياب وسفر ومعاملات بنكية وبيع وشراء وتبادلات مالية. طبعا هذا مؤذي جدا، ولذلك ما حدا يستخف. الضغط على أي متبرع أو مساهم يمكن أن يقدم مالا أو مساهمة لهذه المقاومة، لمؤسساتها، لشهدائها، لجرحاها، لأيتامها، لمقاوميها، لبنيتها، لقدراتها. هذا الهدف يعني. طيب هلا هذا الموضوع هذا جزء من المعركة. من الآن أنا أقول هذه الخطوة لن تؤدي إلى نتيجة، لن تقدم ولن تؤخر شيئا. هلا بالحق أذى طبيعي، هذا مثل ما قلت أذى التضحيات.
As part of the new U.S. sanctions regime, Washington has sought to choke off funding for the Shiite organization Hezbollah, imposing sanctions last week on its representative to Iran, as well as a major backer and 5 companies in Europe, West Africa, and the Middle East that have financially supported the internationally recognized terrorist organization. Thank you for watching us. You can also watch us at TV7israelnews.com or TV7.fi. For any comments, please send your emails to israelnews@tv7.fi. For more updates from Israel and the region, please join our Facebook page at TV7 Israel News. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. Jonathan Hassan, Erev Tov and Shavua Tov. We will see you again tomorrow at the same time.